Hello everyone and welcome to a quick run through of my 2-hour MSB model process with the premise of looking for A+ setups only. You already do know the rules, but what I additionally like to do each day is have a look at the daily as well, have it at the back of your mind. So let's start out with the daily, and what do we see here? First of all, obviously where we stand, the next pool of liquidity we might attack is this level of around $4,330 on the S&P 500. Then zooming in further, we can obviously identify this daily opening gap starting at around $4,233. And finally, what we also want to take is our fib tool and look for a potential target box, which would start at around the same level, 4,226. With these strong levels at the back of our mind, let's zoom into our actual time frame that we want to base our trades and bias on, the 2-hour time frame. Here on the 2-hour, let's quickly run through our rules again. We need to establish a bias. Is it bullish? Are we transitioning, or is it bearish? And then we want to wait for an area of interest to be hit. The trend is clear. It is absolutely bullish. We might be transitioning soon, however, but probably only to look for a potential area that would be of interest with respect to longing and would also line up with our daily target box. Now, we do know that we define areas of interest as, for example, fair value gaps. We have one here right below these lows. However, is it within a discount area? No, it is not. However, there is a second fair value gap that starts right underneath this low, meaning at around $4,219. Finally, we can of course identify liquidities resting underneath this low. Summing up, where would we find our A+ trading setup? Potentially somewhere in this area. Not before hitting the level of around 4,235. Will we see this setup play out today? At the moment it doesn't seem likely. However, should we get something like this, a move down into our target area, then we can assume what? A potential move up here into this daily liquidity. Once you get down here, obviously you want to zoom into the 50-minute, your execution time frame. Look for your entry criteria, which at least is a market structure break, ideally with a fair value gap and a target box lining up on the pullback. However, if this happens, then you can easily look for such an A+ setup, which could potentially give you a 1 to 2.8 or even 3R trade. Repeating the same process here for the Nasdaq and having the daily at the back of your mind, what do you see? We have just tapped into this fair value gap sitting here above us, so this obviously should make you cautious. Zooming in nonetheless and understanding that actually we are not looking for a swing trade but something on the day, we nonetheless realize that yes, we are in a bullish trend. We do have, just like on the S&P 500, a small opening gap here, and we have a bigger fair value gap underneath 14,250. Where do we find our daily target box? The closest one to where price is at the moment would start at around $14,400. Let's keep that in mind and zoom into our actual trading time frame, the 2-hour. Again, here on the 2-hour, let's identify the trend, which basically obviously is very bullish. However, is in danger of transitioning into short-term bearish, at least should we break this low at around 14,480. However, as you can see, I've already marked it out. We do have a first fair value gap sitting here and another one which basically fills all of this area a bit lower. So let's turn that into basically one big box that we are interested in. Take our fibs from this last crucial swing point up, and we see where would we potentially find a higher interest level for us, or an area of interest for us in this area of interest box that I've lined out here, starting at around $14,400. Should price make its way down here, you are looking at a potential area that you can then long, going for what? First of all, the liquidity resting above here, and obviously secondly, this area of resistance on the daily chart. However, keep two things in mind. First of all, you want to execute on the 50-minute time frame. You want to wait for your entry criteria to be met. And secondly, should we get down to this overall bullish area for you to long, we would potentially transition to a ranging market on the 2-hour time frame for the moment, which means that if you are fast, you could even consider hedging, taking a short down here before then longing again. Comparing our two markets and asking the question, which market would I rather want to long the Nasdaq here or rather the S&P 500? Personally, I think my A+ setup for the moment would rather be found on the S&P 500, given we make it down into this discount area and our target box as outlined. If you found any value in this quick update, please don't forget to like and subscribe, support me and the channel. Thanks for that, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.